toes. Arms all the way up, bend back as far as you can. And then face the window. Yep. That and that. And then you're going to rotate around as far as you can, all the way to the right. All the way around as far as you can to the left. While you're still facing the window there, we're just going to single leg balance. So maybe kick a leg up. We're just going to hold. About 10 seconds. Switch them. And then
that was in my hip.
go face the wall again. So you're going to turn there, and then back, feet together. We're going to do the best possible squat you can. Feet together, heels on the ground. Just get all the way down there first. While you hold that position, can you touch the ground next to your feet? There, noise, and then stand back. Boom. All right, let's do just a straight leg raise. You're going to go left leg up high as you can. Good, let it relax down. I'm going to grab you. Let it relax. Good. Right leg up high as you can. Good, let it relax. Pick you up. Maybe hold just like that. Keep your knee in place. All I'm going to have you do is windshield wiper in as far as you can. Good. Come back to the middle. Windshield wiper out as far as you can. Good.
You get a pretty major cramp on that one.
Yeah. Your active to passive ratio is not ideal. It's total horseshit.
That's making it in the video.
Hold right there. Same thing. Windshield wiper for me. Good.
That's so much worse.
That's better. You're gonna let that relax. That's just tight in general. Like that's like
yes. That is my right hip. My godforsaken right hip. Yeah, that takes my pelvis with it.
Yeah, look at that. Good. Flip over face down.
I do shit for that every single day. Active and passive. Every day.
I'm going to take you right there. Yep. Give me a lift. Good. Bring it back down. Try not to do it from there. Good. Good. Same thing. There it is. Same right hip. That's for sure different than your left. You got a bunch though. Keep on going. That's good. Block you with my knee, block you with my hand, take that arm behind your back. Give me a twist and look up at the sky. Good, bring it down. Same deal. Good, and then do hands and knees on the table once. Good, and then you're going to sit back onto your heels, and then head's going to go down like good. All right, let's pop out of there.
some discomfort here. But it's not torture. I can breathe through it. But it sucks.
Weakness leaving the body.
Mm-hmm. That's not what pain is. I feel like there's more space.
It's
for
definitely
active
better.
motion.
Yep.
Good. Oh, that's hanging on.
Yeah. That's still tight. Sorry.
It's okay. That was a pretty big flinch. It's like my match is really big.
Tell the world that you asked for this.
I did ask for this. And it'll be better when we're done. Mm-hmm. I feel like a yogi now.
So I'm gonna have you sit on your butt. Yep. We always do one leg exactly straight ahead. So I'm actually there. And then we do 90 degrees at the knee. That one is straight up to the side, 90 degrees at that knee. And the goal of this exercise is to move as much about that front side hip as possible without moving through your spine. So we're gonna sit up tall into a hinge. Depending on how flexible you are, you might have to. So where we want to start, yep, the angle of our body is going to change depending on where we are. So for Andy specifically here, that kickstand with his arm is about perfect. We want to see knee down, foot down. When we're in here, what we don't want to get is this thing happening so that you sit up straight. That doesn't matter at all. We don't want that. We want to be flat, and then as much spine straightness as we can get out of it. The goal of this is to isolate hip movement, and that's what we're shooting for. From here, tall chest, belly forward. We're going to think about closing the gap between your thigh and your belly without rounding in the spine. So it's a hinge forward until we get a stretch in the backside of the right hip. Depending on who you are and where you are, that will be different from person to person. Exactly that, as we find the right spot, we stay hinged and we get as far forward as we can. Once you get to a stretch spot, what we're going to do is static stretch here for a full minute. On video, that's not very exciting, so we're actually going to speed that up a little bit, and I'm not going to make Andy sit here for a minute while just hang on. But we do actually want to stretch a little. I'm going to give him a couple seconds and just talk through what a pale and rail is. So a pale is a progressive angular isometric load. What that means is the tissue that is being stretched right now, that's the progressive tissue, it's getting longer. What we're going to do here in a second is contract that tissue to our max safest effort when we're trying to gain range of motion. So that's typically 80 to 90% for most people. A rail is a regressive angular isometric load. And what we do with that is the stuff on the inside, the short tissue, we're actually going to use that to try to gain some range of motion. Both of those things together, they create a good stimulus for our brain to gain range of motion and to keep and use it, because we're actually physically actively using our bodies to gain range of motion. Andy here, what he's going to do his pale, is he's going to think about pushing with his knee and his foot. If we were on a soft surface like a mattress, you want to think about making a big dent, or even just with this rubber floor here, we're going to try to dent the floor. And so he's going to start that at about 10% of whatever his max is, and he's going to slowly ramp up until we either get to his safest max or it starts to hurt. When he gets to that safest max, we hold that for 10 full seconds. And he can just count that out in his head. You can have a timer, it doesn't really matter, but we want about 10 seconds of as much pressure through the floor without his body moving as he can tolerate. Shouldn't look like he's doing anything, right? But he is, he's trying hard right now. When we get to 10, he lets the tension out, relaxes, and then he's going to switch focus here, and he's actually going to physically try to use the tissues in his leg and his hip to pull his body closer to his leg. This is a rail. And we do the same thing for 10 seconds. He should move a little, but not a lot. If you move a lot, you probably weren't at end range to start the exercise. And he holds that for 10 full seconds too. It doesn't matter how quick it takes him to get there. It doesn't matter if he's not moving anymore. He's still trying right now to physically pull himself in for 10 seconds. At the end of this 10 seconds, he is going to not move, but relax. But one of the biggest mistakes we see here is that little bit was close to torture. They're really hard. We want to just pop out of there and run away. You just worked really hard to gain that 5 degrees of range of motion in your hip. We want to keep it. And to keep it, we're going to hang out here again for another minute. And that, again, is not a lot of fun. But we're in a really deep stretch. The hips are going to feel really good when you're done. That cycle we just did, we can do 2 or 3 times.